Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Kentucky police share some tips on how to protect yourself from more Grinch-like folk this holiday season. And there's a new option for people in our region to experience some festive lights without having to leave their cars.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Well, good morning to you. It's 5:31 on this cold Tuesday morning. I'm Dakota Makris, and I hope you're bundled up. I wish I was bundled up. Let's head over to Brandon for a look at that forecast. Brandon, I think it's in the high 30s right now, and it feels like it's 15 outside. So, also, I'm being a little bit dramatic.
Just a smidge.
If it was 15, we would really know.
So. I think you would, especially when the wind cut through you.
Oh, been there, done that.
Exactly. So again, remember Christmas Eve last year?
Yeah, it was a great time.
Anywho, yes, we are on the chilly side this morning there, so be careful out there. Some frost in some locations. Other locations, like Dakota mentioned here in Hazard, in the 30s this morning. We go to Pikeville, and you'll see, again, 30s across that part of the region, low 30s at that, but the traffic's starting to move around pretty good there in the last few hours. 40s up toward Moorhead, Irvin, and Monticello. 30s across most of the central parts of the area, including 37 in Hazard. But 20s from Jonesville back through Harlan and Middlesboro through the Cumberland Valley. Now, we are still warmer in most locations than we were this time yesterday, because remember, we were in the 20s and teens yesterday morning, so 14 degrees warmer this morning in Moorhead than it was 24 hours ago, and 19 degrees warmer in Monticello. Get your bowls out, time for some breakfast weather wheats, and you'll be seeing temperatures that kind of round them off there because we've got that big range from 25 to about 44 of around 30 this morning. But once that sunshine comes out here very soon, those temperatures are going to climb quick. Sunrise will be at 7:29 this morning, sunset at 5:15. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, the Clay County Sheriff's Office is continuing its investigation into a death, adding that at least one person will be facing charges. Clay County Sheriff's deputies were called to Chop Bottom Road Sunday afternoon after reports of a car hanging over an embankment.
After retrieving the vehicle from over the hill, they found a deceased male in the backseat of the car.
Clay County Sheriff Patrick Robinson says that man was identified as 38-year-old Jimmy Jones, who they believe was the passenger.
We're working it as a death investigation right now.
The sheriff says when they arrived to the scene, the driver of the car was gone. They are now facing charges.
We have to follow every lead that we get. We work it as a criminal investigation until we can figure out the title, that if it's going to be a homicide or if it's going to be a regular death investigation.
A lot of work goes into a death investigation, like interviewing victims and families.
Within the next day or two, we'll have the driver named and arrest warrants for them to be arrested.
They are currently waiting for the results of Jones's autopsy. In Clay County, Dakota Makris, WYMT Mountain News. Well, if you have any information about this, you are asked to call the Clay County Sheriff's Office at 606-598-3471. Well, the Clay County Sheriff's Department is also seeing an increase in propane thefts at businesses. Deputies say Jason Smith and Katie McCarter were arrested during a traffic stop after police matched their car to the one connected with a string of propane tank thefts. An investigation concluded the tanks were stolen from numerous businesses around the county.
They was driving a red vehicle, and they made 2 trips down there stealing the tanks. Seen this car the next day, and they'd stopped it and found the tanks, and we recovered 18 of the tanks back.
Now, police say Smith and McCarter were both charged with theft by unlawful taking, as well as possession of burglary tools. Christmas shoppers beware. 'Tis the season when porch pirates might prevent you from receiving that gift on your shopping list. Law enforcement officials recommend installing motion sensor lights to trick thieves into thinking someone is home, even if you are not. Officials add that if you are prone to getting packages stolen, it might be best to have your packages delivered to your workplace or a friend's home.
You can actually track your package, and you can see almost within a 2 or 3 hour span of what time that delivery truck is going to be at your house, and you can make sure that someone's at your house. That's the only surefire way. If you're not home and packages are sitting on your front step or on your front porch, you can be the victim of a theft very easily.
Now, law enforcement also suggests investing in surveillance systems or doorbell cameras to help identify package thieves. Well, the director of a Central Kentucky food pantry destroyed by fire says food needs for the holidays and through the winter will be met and then some. The Garrett County Food Pantry was destroyed by fire 2 weeks ago. Now they are operating out of a new home that will soon be permanent. On top of a new location, donations have been pouring in. Pantry Director Gregory Cash says he believes everyone in the community who needs a meal this holiday season can find one there.
It's a true Hallmark movie moment. It really is, because we struggled for a long time just to be able to make it month per month. And now we've got so much blessings coming in.
The Garrett County Food Pantry has a one-year lease on the building, which once housed a convenience store. Officials hope it will be their permanent home eventually. With Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, many people across the country are making or finalizing plans for Christmas. For pet owners, this may mean getting themed stockings for the fireplace or special treats and toys for the big day. But as Catherine Bodak reports, looking after your pets during the holidays is about more than just spoiling them, as they may need a bit of extra help to stay healthy.
Now that the holiday season is in full swing, it can be stressful for some people. It can also be stressful for our pets.
Change is really stressful for our pets, both our dogs and cats. And if you maintain routine with them, keep feeding them at the same day, keep your play times and your walks at the same time every day, you can really help these guys be able to minimize their stress.
Visitors can also be stressful for your pets.
If you're throwing a party, that can be really stressful for your pet. We often think that they want to be in it with us, but oftentimes they'd rather be in another part of the house in a safe, cozy bed, maybe chewing a long-lasting treat that can help them stay calm.
And for those of you who plan on traveling or leaving your pets behind,
if you have been spending a lot of time with your pet, it's going to be strange for them that you're gone. So you're going to want to practice spending longer times away from them. The other thing is to make sure that you leave something that smells like you with them. If you are hiring a pet sitter, spend some time with the pet sitter with your pet to build a positive association.
I'm meteorologist Catherine Bodak for Fox 19 Now.
Of course, the experts say to take all of this with a grain of salt, as every animal is different and owners may have to experiment to figure out what is best for their pets. The city of Whitesburg is still accepting submissions for its amateur holiday photo contest. City Hall will be accepting photos that relate to the holiday season from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Friday. It will be the last day to submit photos. There are a variety of categories you can choose from. Lee Adams with Whitesburg Tourism says each photo will be judged next Monday.
People can bring in their photos, either 5x7s or 8x10s, framed, and it's $5 per photo, and all money raised will go right back into Whitesburg Tourism.
All the photos submitted will be displayed at City Hall until December 30th. Well, if you are looking for a way to lighten up your holidays, Letcher County has you covered. Our Chaz Jenkins has more on the upcoming Lights on the Pond event.
Saving people a drive to Bristol by bringing something new to Letcher County.
It could be a little circuit. You could ride to Jenkins and go through Fish Pond and then go to Prestonsburg or Kingdom Come, either way, and get out for evening and see the lights.
Choosing Fish Pond Lake in Jenkins for its unique loop.
So it's just a good location. It's in the woods. It's sort of picturesque already. You've got the lake as a backdrop, and the lights sometimes reflect off the lake, and it's just a good location for it.
Already finding new ways to improve the event for next year.
Build some lights that will actually float on the lake. I mean, the event's called Lights on the Pond. So next year, hopefully, we'll have those constructed, and will be trees and little scenes floating out on the lake as well.
Made possible through many partnerships, including one with 103.9 WXKQ.
They play Christmas music every day, starting after Thanksgiving through the end of December. So we've asked people when they're coming up here and driving around, kind of tune into their radio station and listen to Christmas music, kind of set the mood.
Something new for the county, helping out tourism.
I really feel we need to build our tourism from here out. We need the folks in Letcher County telling about what they experience here, and they can be our best ambassadors for other people to come to the area.
Brightening up the holiday season out on the lake. In Letcher County, Chaz Jenkins, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, the event is free to the public. However, Christian says they are accepting donations to help improve the event in the future. Well, just ahead this morning, a famous actor prepares to suit up once again in one of his more iconic roles.
A warming trend is underway, and we could get close to 70 by the end of this week. Yes, the first days of December. Unfortunately, though, we have to deal with some rain chances soon. More on those in about 3 minutes.